Guys, welcome to this Texas garden. Today we're going to be going over how to cycle and save at the same time using egg cartons to start your seedlings for the upcoming spring. With the egg cartons, there's two different ways you can do it. There's an open model that can be used as a greenhouse, and then just an open model. So for the greenhouse style, you can actually cut around these two divots here. You're just going to cut around the edges, and that way you leave something on the side so that you can stick just a little bit of glue. And what you can actually do is put a little bit of cling wrap on here, and that makes it so that you can use this without having to undo the cling wrap, redo the cling wrap, mess it up, and get frustrated with that. We don't want you to get frustrated. And that way you're able to open your greenhouse, water, and close it back up easy. Okay, the next way is that you're actually going to cut along all this edge here, and I didn't finish this one off. Oops, wrong side. Gotta be careful with the sharp stuff, guys. I'm just gonna cut off that edge. And just the same for this model, you're going to need a second egg carton so that you can actually use this as a way to catch water from your drainage of your seedlings, okay? Because on all of these, you're gonna flip it over to the bottom, use the same. You can use a pen, a pencil, or a small razor just to open up those bottoms so that you can make sure you have drainage. Anything that you're gonna be putting plant in always needs some drainage. But once you do that, you are going to need something to help catch all the draining water from your seedlings. From there, we're going to move on to our labels. On these, we've got two different styles that we've done it. If you've planted all the same seed in one, you can just label it what it is. But if you have multiple things you plan on planting in these, you can actually number these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then here you see that we've got two different things in here. There's the cherry red peppers, so that's 1 through 3, and then 4, 5, and 6 are actually demi nordellos. So those are the two ways that you can label those. As you know, most seed starting soils do not come with compost or fertilizer in it, which is great for a sterile environment, but we do recommend that you add some little bit of compost or fertilizer so that you can give your seedlings a strong start. We've actually gone with a fish fertilizer just to add it to our seedlings. And with this, you're actually going to dilute it. You have to dilute it very well in order to add it to your water whenever you go to mist. And we do recommend that you mist or pump spray these so that you're not completely soaking your seedling, because you will kill it if you add too much water to these, because while the drainage holes do work, it is a small environment, and misting it helps to moisturize it but not soak it, and we don't want to soak these. From there, we're going to move on to our gnat control. As you can see, we've had quite a dilemma with the gnats. This one is one of the ones at Walmart that we bought, and it's got all these different colors, but it's caught both flies and the gnats. But one of our favorites to use for the gnats specifically are these little sticky traps that you can use for gnats. You can buy them off of Amazon. They'll give you like 50, and the cool thing about them is that they're double-sided. So once you stick them in there, you can peel off one side, you can use it for one, and then you can flip it over, or you can plant it somewhere around the middle and use it in both, okay? So once you peel these off, that yellow color attracts all the gnats, the adults. And it'll stick to that so that they stop flying around for the most part. Our gnat problem was going a bit haywire for a minute. Now, for the larvae that's inside, that get laid inside of your soil, they actually go after the roots of your plant and the seedling, and you don't want that because you're trying to get them to have a really good start. And one of the ways that we do that is using mosquito dunks. These you can get at Walmart. Granted, they're a little bit pricey, but they do last quite a while, okay? The way that we do that is that let me move this chair out the way. This 5-gallon bucket here, we fill it to the brim with water, we throw in a mosquito dunk, we let it sit for about 24 hours, and then we add our fish fertilizer to that water. And again, keep it very diluted. And then once you do that, you can actually pour this through a strainer and add this to a pump sprayer like this one here. And once you add it to a pump sprayer like this one here, that gives you a really, really good start. And those mosquito bites help to kill off the larvae so that they're not eating at the root of your seedling. And then you can gently spray all these. Again, if you use the greenhouse one, you just have to open it from the side. But a quick tip, if you do use the greenhouse effect, these sticky traps, you can actually cut them into segments. And because it's dual-sided, you can peel off the back, stick it to the inside, and that way if you do get any gnats trapped in there, any of the adults, while the saran wrap is on top, it'll get attracted to that and again, stick to it and die. And that way your plant's not affected, because you know when you open your greenhouse, it allows for the insects to come in. It's really hard to get them back out. But that's one of the ways that you can help manage that. And here we are. Once your plants get to about 2 to maybe 4 inches in height, they're ready to be transplanted. And that's what we're going to be going over in the next video. And just so that you can reuse these, we recommend using a spoon to just kind of scoop it out. It won't do any damage to your plant, and it makes it really, really easy to just transplant it and move it to your garden in the spring. So hope to see you guys next time, where we're going to try to transplant some for you.